I still have a multitude of headlines that I need to get to, but we've been just flying through callers. I want to hit this one, then we're going to go to Scott in Washington, 888-201-2244. But if you couldn't figure it out before, you betcha suicides in U.S. Army are on track to reach a new high. And they reached a new high in 2008. So why are there so many suicides in the military now? Well, when you stress somebody's mental condition so far by sending them on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tours in the Middle East, what do you expect? Of course there's going to be depression. Of course there's going to be people killing themselves after they have committed travesties they can no longer live with. So this is in Bloomberg, but you're not seeing it headlines anywhere else, folks. The number of suicides among active duty U.S. Army troops this year reached 133 in October, 18 more than in the same period last year, and putting the service within a reach of a new annual high. 133 reported suicides, including the National Guard and reserves, between January and October, compared with 115 during the same period in 2008, when the service record 140 by year's end set that record. So I think that's pretty important, that we realize we are really causing trauma to people within this own country. And when they come back to this country, they're not the same. I'm sorry. You gunned down a family and you're not coming back the same. So again, it is no surprise to me that suicides are at an all-time high in the U.S. military, up from the all-time high in 2008. And believe me, folks, if we stay in Iraq until 2011 with 50,000 troops at the end of December and just continue the war, and we redistribute forces into Afghanistan, this number will only jump up. So you want to save the troops, you get them out of the Middle East for the corporate takeover. That's what that is over there. All right, let's go to Scott in Washington. Scott, you're online.
Amen to that. But anyway, I've got a couple of quick things. One, if Alex plans on doing any extras for the Fall of Republic like he did for the Obama deception, what he should put in there as an extra is a clip of Dennis Kucinich calling that cap and trade bill essentially a scam, because there was something out there on YouTube.
Well, I know they did include an Oath Keepers 20-minute extra on the DVD, and there will be little 5 or 10-minute extras you'll see over the internet kind of spliced out of the film that won't make the next film and didn't make this one for PrisonPlanet.tv subscribers that will then go out for free over YouTube. So I think they are working on a few of those, and I know that the Oath Keepers extra is on the DVD. And by the way, if you want to get that DVD in super high quality, please go to Infowars.com, get a copy, make 100, and hand them out to your friends and family. Let them know we can stop the fall of the Republic. What else you got for me, Scott?
Yeah, so anyway, it would be good if they could find it. The second thing that I just wanted to mention, I was debating somebody last week over the health care bill and the fact that the insurance company was sponsoring it, and they were arguing about, they were pointing to the section about illegal aliens were not covered, about the one paragraph, and I was pointing to the sections that they were, and they were just going on about, well, I don't believe it and all that, and I was pointing to them to the sources of where they could go to do it, and the person sitting there going, well, if I choose not to believe it, and I said to them, well, just because you choose not to believe something doesn't make it so. I could choose to believe that Mariah Carey is going to sleep in my bed tonight, but just because I choose to believe that doesn't make it so.
It doesn't mean she's showing up, Scott. I thank you for the call. Mr. Jones has just entered the office. How you doing today, Alex?
I'm doing good, Bermas. It's good to be here with you. You know, you did a super job on some of that work you did on that Fight Star video.
Yes, yes.
My whole issue is, and I didn't do this myself, we don't point out how cool something is. You actually were invited to direct it, but you were too busy, so you did some of the Photoshop messages that are on the billboards about Big Brother.
Yeah, about Big Brother and fluoride. Let's talk about that on the other side, because we are hitting a break. We'll be back after this. It's the Infowarrior. We are joined by the one, the only, Alex Jones. We'll be
Jason Bermas.
And we will be back after this, taking your phone calls.
Look at all this.
We are back in action. It is the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, and we are joined by Alex Jones, documentary filmmaker. His latest, of course, The Fall of the Republic, making waves around the world, over 1 million views on YouTube as we speak, really closer to 2 million when you account for just the YouTube views. And then you got Live Leak, you got Google Video, you got all these other things. It's really a big success, and I'm excited about the film, Alex.
Well, I'm excited that every film we put out now, including yours, are very successful on the web, because our mission is to get this out to people, but that's not why I came in here. I just want to point out the world premiere on YouTube and on the web of Fight Star. It was given to us to put up a few weeks ago, and it's had 30-something thousand views. That's great, but they're a big band, and I think we probably should have put in the headline, world premiere, internet premiere, YouTube premiere, and then maybe you can change it tonight, courtesy of Fight Star, and explain that over on the sidebar, and plus give yourself some credit being involved in it. But that's a really great band. I'd heard some of their music before, but really a great message, similar to what we're seeing coming out of Muse right now, and just all these great bands. And we've got Clutch coming on next Friday.
Wait, we got Clutch's bumper music on here. The Mob Goes Wild, 21 Guns. I mean, they're a great
The Prison Planet.
Yes.
Escape from the Prison Planet.
And I've seen them live. I think they're great. They're like hillbilly metal, and they have a great metal.
Well, we could hear their lyrics and tell, these folks are going to be on board. And we contacted them, and they do listen to the show. So I want to say hi to Clutch. They're coming on. Dave Mustaine told me to get him back on in November or December. I haven't even called him. He's invited us out to see him and stuff. But the point is that's going on. Named his new album after Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement.
And he was in top 10, by the way, in the billboards on the opener. I think he may even opened it like number 2. I get Rolling Stone now because I bought a T-shirt, and I see Megadeth in the top 100 all the time.
You got a free subscriction.
Yeah, I got a free subscription with a T-shirt.
Shows you where
desperate they are.
Shows you where newspapers and magazines are going.
Yeah, to the death.
But to make a long story short, I'm not in here bragging about how many rock stars and rock bands are into what we're doing. It's just an indicator of the huge awakening taking place.
Absolutely.
And that's only the tip of the iceberg. And so I just wanted to pop in and point out that if you go to theinfowarrior.com, that's the easiest place, theinfowarrior.com, because it's right up there at the top. You can see the great Fight Star video, and definitely spread that out to folks.
And it's on the Alex Jones channel. So if you already subscribe to the Alex Jones channel, or you don't, or you want people to subscribe to the Alex Jones channel, maybe you send them this video. They can relate to that, and then they check out your information, Alex. That's the idea. Let's bring more people into the table.
Sure. On another issue, I didn't get to it on my show tonight, but I know you're about to. China's having debates about how much weather should we control. and Chavez is, I'm going to go zap the clouds for you and give you more rain. And then our media is like, no such thing as weather control exists. Never mind the chemtrails. So that's going on. But I think we're giving the globalists a run for their money, just everybody out there worldwide. And so I just wanted to pop in tonight and thank the crew for the great job they're doing. Thank you, Jason, for the great job you're doing. And just to invite the listeners to continue to do what they're doing, spreading the word about this radio show, because of the thousands of prominent groups and organizations fighting the New World Order, it is our illustrious position. It's actually a great responsibility to be numero uno. And that fact more and more dawns on me every day as we try to take it to the next level here with what we're doing. After 4 months, we finally got our permits with the lovely city of Austin to start construction.
Yeah.
I mean, we've sort of knocking out some walls, but had to get the permits for all the electricity and all that other crap. So that's going well. And we're just racing along in some respects, inching along in others. But I'm going to let you get back to news and phone calls. And I know during the breaks you're cuddling up to this.
You don't even know. Last night I'm watching NBC, and guess who the big guest star was, Alex? Oh, Al Gore is going to be on all the shows like The Office, and they're going green this week on NBC.
Yeah, the entire establishment, the entire elite's pushing it. None of this has anything to do with the environment. It's about global tax, global government. Ban Ki-moon, head of the UN, admits it. We are now here. This is the crossroads. They're pressing everything they've got ahead of this Copenhagen, Denmark treaty that's coming up. The thinking man's thinking man. Al Gore to save the earth. His new film's about the religion. This has all been charted out decades ago. It is now upon us. But the good news is we can use all their energy they're using against us, against them. Great job, folks. I'm out of here.
Thank you so much, Alex. And the big joke is, in order for this green apple to grow, guess what it needs? Carbon dioxide. We'll be back.
It needs your blood. No. According to Al Gore, it needs human blood to suck the blood. The evil apple, carbon dioxide, it's evil. Hey, folks.